All right, y'all. Let's get started here with 4 or 5 oligopolies and game theories. First of all, let's remember oligopolies. When we talked about what those are, that means a few firms, 2 to 5 firms. The difference between oligopolies and the other ones that we've taught, the other markets, perfectly competitive, monopolistically competitive, or monopoly, is that now your profits depend not only on what you do, but also what on someone else does. Remember, perfect competition. You have no control over price. Monopoly, monopolistic competition, you can control your price, you can move it up and down, and that'll affect your profits. Here, the key to this is probably this word. Your actions are dependent on the actions of others. Okay? You can no longer control your profits by moving the price. It now depends not only on what you do, okay, on also what everyone else does. Okay? So your profits are dependent on the actions of others also. And this is where the term mutual interdependence, which is the key to this whole section about oligopolies. Your profits depend not only on what you do, but mutually also on what others do. Okay? Now, before we get into the behavior, understand that oligopolies can act like a monopoly. And when they do that, that is what we call collusion. Okay? The word cartel right here means essentially to behave like a monopoly. Okay? So that means you have 2 firms that get together and in the interest of improving their own profits will, instead of competing against each other, collude to charge a higher price. Okay? And you've probably heard of the term collusion. And the cartels, we think of drug cartels. Drug cartels are a group of drug dealers getting together and agreeing to divide up a certain territory and therefore not compete against each other and raise the profits of everyone overall. Okay? It does offer the opportunity for, and here's the term, monopoly profits. Okay? And what that means is higher than perfectly competitive. So why is this even interesting, or why is this wanted? Because when you collude, you do get higher profits than if it was perfectly competitive. Okay? But it doesn't often occur. And we'll look at an example. We'll get into examples tomorrow, but we'll look at a very specific example that demonstrates pretty well that this next part where it says, this is because firms realize that they'll maximize their combined profits by colluding. Cheating allows them to maximize their individual profits. In other words, if we collude, we both might earn $100 a profit. But if I cheat and we were all supposed to charge a high price and I undercut you and sell a low price and kind of go against our agreement or go back on our agreement, more people are going to buy my product. Therefore, it's actually better for me to pretend like I'm going to collude with you, but then go ahead and cheat on the agreement. Okay? And that's what we call non-cooperative behavior. Okay? It's the opposite of collusion. In collusion, you act like a monopoly. In non-cooperative, okay, you then compete and it's more like perfectly competitive. Okay? You produce more than maximizes profits. Okay? When you collude, you often limit production, which raises the price of the good. Okay? You often limit the production. You limit the production, so now you have a higher profit. But when the cooperative behavior does not work, then you end up more like a perfectly competitive and you have lower profits. Okay? I'm going to stop this video, upload this one, and then we're going to get into the prisoner's dilemma, very beginning of how we have oligopoly behaviors, because there are no charts in oligopoly behaviors. So this is just the first part of 4 or 5 video. The second one will get uploaded here in a minute.